Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your final POE session. Today, I want to tell you guys, congrats. You've come so far, and you've done so much. And I'm glad to confirm that the light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. It's actually a light, and we are almost there. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's sign this documents off, and let me explain to you where to sign and what to sign. Boipelo, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Can you? Alrighty, let me just... Okay, so if everyone is ready, I just want to take you back to our orientation last year, March, where we spoke about the 4 parties involved in the training process. Remember, it's you, the learner, it's us, the training provider, it's your workplace, and then it's also the CETA. Now, I don't know if you recall during your course of study, when you did your activities, there were a lot of places that you needed to sign as a learner. And we found that a lot of the learners did not put the signatures there, which is fine, because at the time you guys were concentrating on your activities, and that's the way it should have been done. So that was good. But now remember, we are going to have a verification. So the CETA wants to see that all the processes happened, which it did. I'll explain as we go along. All right, so just so that you know, we've done the theory now. So now for us, the next step is going to be moderation. After moderation, we will apply for a verification with the CETA, and after the verification only, certificates will be issued by them. All right, so it's still a long way. It's now our turn to work behind the scenes, to get all the stuff ready. You've done most of the work on your side. Right, so I'm going to fire away. If you guys can, I'm going to go along. If you're done with the document, just give me a thumbs up, please, to say that I can continue. All right, so just give me a thumbs up. All right, so the first document here says verification pack NQF level 4. You can just write your name at the top, your name and your surname and your student number. First document there is called a learner record of learning. Remember, this is now for NQF level 4. Right, so the assessor name and contact number you do not have to fill in. We will put our stamp there. Your learner name, in other words, your name and your surname, please, and your current job title and your contact number on this form. Can you please fill that in? Can I continue to the second page? Sure, cool. Right, then it's the contents of the POE. Remember, this had to be printed single-sided for a reason, because we need to insert documents as well. So the contents page, you don't, nothing with that one. We continue to plan for the assessment. This also you leave out. This is for the assessor. You are not the assessor, you are the learner. Then generic guidelines learning program 1. You're going to sign where it says candidate signature. Now remember, on orientation, we discussed the NQF framework. We explained to you how a qualification works, what is a unit standard, and so on. And this is just the evidence to say that we did discuss this with you. So generic guidelines, learning program 1, 2, and 3, you can just sign. Right, can we continue to the next one? Shaparach, great. Right, then it was the guide to the candidate. This goes hand in hand with the generic guidelines. Again, for learning program 1, 2, and 3, where it says candidate signature at the bottom, you just sign there for LP1, LP2, and LP3. We can go on. Shaparach, okay. Then the assessment contract. Remember, I can't just assess you. You have to give me permission to assess you on this qualification. So at the top, you'll give your name, the candidate name. Remember, always where it says name, Name and surname, please. And then you're going to, at the bottom, it says I, then your name and your surname, and you sign where it says candidate. Cool. The appeal form you leave out because you're appealing nothing. We didn't give you a sentence, so you're not appealing anything. LP 1, 2, and 3. You leave it out, but it needs to be in there. Next page is the personal details. So you're going to fill in all your personal details, your surname and full name, your ID, the employer is where are you working. So that's going to be wherever you're working. Training providers, us, ABA Health. And at the bottom, have you previously undertaken a candidateship? You're going to say no. So when you guys are done with this page, please let me know. Right, next page. Were you employed by your employer before concluding this agreement? Just say yes. And then where it says candidate signature, you sign. That's all you need to do. All of you are over 16, over 21. So it's not necessary for a parent or a guardian. Righty, next page. All right, now you might say to me that I already sent my CV and ID and qualifications. I need 2 sets of this. I need one for this document and I needed one for your portfolio. So please just insert your CV, ID, and qualifications. Okay, we can certify it here, so it's not an issue. Right, next, initial meeting checklist. So here, once again, in the orientation, we spoke about the assessment process and how you are going to be assessed and so on and so forth. So at the top, LP1, your candidate name, it's you, your name, your signature. Then you'll see, did we welcome you? Did we explain to you why we are here? Did we explain the assessment process? So you're just going to tick, 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 tick. And where it says signature learner, you are going to sign for LP 1, 2, and 3. A lot of ticks. You're going to feel like celebrities after today. A lot of signatures. Remember your ticks, ne? Not just the signature, tick, 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 tick. Yes. Dokes, can we go on to the next document? Are we ready? Cool. Right, declaration of understanding. Now we explained out to you the assessment process and so on. Now you've got to declare again, all right, you understood that meeting. So what you're going to do, I understand the purpose, just say yes, 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 and candidate signature for all 3 learning programs, please. CETA qualifications are a lot of paperwork. Can we go on? Right, the next document there is the assessment management policy. That just needs to be in there. You don't have to sign that. So the next document we're going to work with is the assessment schedule. Right. So I want to take you back again on your first contact session, the first formal one. We told you when to submit your work, right? We said, all right, by this date, you need to submit your formative and your summative activities and your practical. So this is just the schedule that proves we did tell you when to submit. So at the bottom, candidate signature, that's all you're going to do. And they are, because remember, this is now per unit standard. The assessment schedule is, I think, 22 of them. So everywhere where it says candidate signature on the bottom right, you're going to sign all 22 pages, please. Righty. Assessor report. So you receive results. So now we sent you a little mini SOR, a statement of results, but we also need one that specifies each specific outcome. So on the assessor report, the second page, it looks like this. I need you to look at the screen carefully. At the bottom, you're going to say, bottom here, you are not the assessor. You are the candidate. I, name, surname, and you sign where it says candidate signature. Please remember you're not the assessor. Only I, name, surname, and candidate signature. And this is for each unit standard. So there is once again going to be 22 signatures. Second page, bottom, I, name, surname, the candidate, and then you sign off where it says candidate. The two big sections are finished now. I think we've got 3 more documents, then we are done. Okay, done and dusted. Can we go on?
Ek dink sy het nog net 2 oor.
Okay. Great. So I want to take you back again to orientation and also to pretty much each and every contact session we had with you guys. Remember, we said you need to do your activities in a blue or a black pen. You cannot type it because we want to see it's your own work. It's not Google's work. It's not your friend's work. It's your own work. So this is now just a declaration where you say your work was your own. So again, I, name and surname, and candidate signature. It's called the Declaration of Authenticity. So to confirm that your work was authentic, in other words, it was your own. Righty, candidate evaluation of the assessment. So now you have to say, how did the assessment go? So candidate name, your name and surname. Right, then you're just going to tick yes, 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 and you're going to sign for each learning program. Remember your ticks, please. And you're going to sign. Yay! Paperwork done and dusted for NQF level 4. Right, so I've got very, very exciting news for you guys, but let's just wait for everyone to finish. And then I'm going to make an announcement. Before I make the announcement, though, this document must please reach us. What did we say, Boipelo, by 1 December, ne?
We said, yeah, 1 December, 4th December.
Yeah, that week. Please make sure you send it in to us. And if you have maybe any remedial work, also send that in. My assessor is going to be busy over December. And then we can start. The moderation process is planned for mid-January. After moderation, it will be verification application. So it's going to start early in the new year. So if there's any outstanding things from your side, please make sure we have it the first week in December if you can. If life happens and you maybe have your concerts and this and that and the other thing, just let us know beforehand so that we can just, receive those info from you guys. Okay, so who of you wants to study NQF 5? Who wants to go on with 5? Are there hands? Right, so those of you who want to do 5, I've got good news. Does I, Sissy? Got good news for you. So what we've decided, because you are already doing NQF 4, you are used to your monthly payment. So only for the month of November, if you register for 5, we're just going to continue your current payment for 24 months. So you're not going to pay the fee for NQF 5, you're going to pay the NQF 4 fee, like you're paying now, for 24 months. And that's a big, big saving. So if you want to register for 5, speak to Boipelo. She will send you the documents to enroll. If you are competent, in other words, if you qualify, then you can do 5, same price as NQF 4. All right.